Basically, this Bohemian subculture, it has ideas from theology, spirituality, and mythology. It's all kind of incorporated into this kind of just, it's a different unconditional lifestyle that these people have been doing for the past hundreds of years. So today I will actually be talking about the Bohemian, the culture, their history, their beliefs, and different types of Bohemians, as well as an example of a famous Bohemian. So their history, the term Bohemian actually dates back to like the 19th century, and it means basically to live an unconditional lifestyle, to be carefree and just lighthearted in everything that you do. So Bohemians actually come from a region in the Czech Republic, Bohemia, like this map right here. This is the Bohemian region. They like to live an unconditional lifestyle and don't really care what other people think. In around 1920s, a famous author, George Sand, used this term Bohemian, and it was basically to describe this person that didn't live by the rules and they thought about tomorrow instead of today. And then according to subculturalist.com 2018, it says that they were just super unconventional and they like to stay together. So now after history, I'm going to talk about their beliefs. So in these beliefs, according to Michael Loco's 2001, they tended to stay together and they strayed away from this mainstream society that they were living in back then. They thought life was a gift and that they should always celebrate it. So they were always partying and just living life to the fullest. They were also known for drinking. So in these pictures you can see there's these 5 couples. This is kind of like what they looked like. And then in this other picture, this is a real life picture of some Bohemians. And then in this bottom picture, it's what a typical Bohemian home might look like. It was very colorful, simple, had some statues, kind of like how they like to live their life. So now I will talk about the different types of Bohemians and an example of a famous Bohemian. So according to IPFS.org, 2016, there was 5 different types of Bohemians. So there was the Novu Bohemian, which were basically rich people that tried to live this Bohemian lifestyle. Sometimes they succeeded, sometimes they didn't. There was the Zen Bohemian, which focused on the spirituality of it all, rather than being materialistic. And then there was the Beat Bohemian, which was more artistic. And also there was the Dandy Bohemian, which they were very poor, but they tried to live this Bohemian lifestyle. And then also there was the Gypsy Bohemian, which is, I'm sure you've heard of gypsies. They were the expatriate types. And this lady right here, her name was Amy Crocker. She was a very well-known Bohemian princess, actually. She's in the picture at the end too with the statue. She was very well known for just living this nonconformist life. She was actually named Queen of Bohemia in 1910. And you can see from what she's wearing, the jewelry and the hat and the smirk, she didn't really care what other people thought of her. And she just influenced a lot of people to live in this way. And she was a world traveler. She lived in New York, Paris, San Francisco, and she brought many new people into this Bohemian culture. And in the top pictures, just a young Bohemian girl. That's typically what they dressed like, looked like, and this bottom picture is also of a Bohemian group or family. So now, today I've talked about the Bohemian, their beliefs, the history, and the different types and examples of Bohemians. In these pictures, you can see, in the far picture, you can see she's barefoot, wearing a non-typical clothing back then. This picture is of a young girl wearing some jewelry, and the middle picture of kids just dancing in the yard, not really caring. And if you would like to learn more about this Bohemian new culture, there is a novel called Bohemian Manifesto by Lauren Stover, and she talks about this Bohemian culture more in depth, and she has some interviews with Bohemians, and you really get to see what their typical lifestyle is like. Thank you.